Hello? All right, I'm just going to wait for the stream to show up. I think I'm live streaming now. All right, hopefully I am not just wasting my time because I am going to treat this as though I am finally live streaming. So welcome, good morning. My name is Pedro, and this is the first inaugural live stream of Watch Me Blog. And the Watch Me Blog YouTube channel and soon to be created Watch Me Blog website, watchmeblog.com. So what are we doing here? What am I doing here at 7:23 in the morning? This is a bit of an experiment as to just whether, well, how to do this. This is my first time blogging. I'm not like a professional radio person or anything. As you can tell, I'm going to be messing up a lot. Okay, so I guess I should introduce myself. My name is Pedro, and I want to be a writer. I want to be a writer and a professional blogger, someone who gets paid to write, basically. I am in a unique position right now in that I have about 4 to 6 months where I have enough saved that I don't have to work, and I'm going to give this whole blogging thing a try. And I decided that I'm going to be live streaming my attempt at being a paid blogger, and that's what this website is about. That's why it's called Watch Me Blog, because it's my attempt at becoming a blogger, and I also wanted to record the entire experiment. Okay, so let me backtrack a little. I don't want to reveal too much about myself for like privacy reasons and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to stick with like professional goals and that kind of information, and I'm gonna stick, try to stay away from identifying information. But I anticipate that eventually I will have to like give my full name and information about myself. But I'm going to leave that until I have at least maybe, I don't know, 10,000 subscribers, maybe more. So don't expect me to dish out too much info about me and myself. But as far as what we're doing here, so like I said, I wanted to be a writer or blogger, and it wasn't just like something that I've wanted my whole life. Actually, no one ever really told me I was a very good writer throughout my life until like a few years ago when I started writing, and I actually got published in an academic journal, and I kind of got hooked on that. I also won a few minor, very tiny writing awards. Again, through academic circles, nothing like big. But for the first time, people started thinking that, I started thinking maybe I was a decent writer, and I enjoyed the process of writing. I liked the research aspects of it. I liked, picking a topic that I wanted to write about. So, well, again, sometimes the topics were chosen for me and I had to work with it. But for the publication I got, and I think one of the awards I did, it was my I got to pick the topic. I got to research it, and I learned that I was pretty good at researching, or at least decent at it. And I'm not the best writer. Also, I don't want you guys to think, oh, he's really good. I'm not. I mess up a lot. The grammar is terrible, and I'm not even the best researcher. But I did enjoy the process, and that's the important thing. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed going online, working Google to the max. Using Hein Online and stuff like that. And writing things, and that's when I started thinking, well, maybe I can make this into make a living out of it. And so, like a lot of people who thought about writing, I went online and started looking at blog.com and or ProBlogger.net and a bunch of other blogging websites. I bought the book ProBlogger. I haven't finished reading it. I think I've read about half of it. And I got the idea that, okay, I can see myself, writing and stuff like that, but it's kind of like an uncertain kind of thing. For two reasons. One, you don't know if you're going to get paid for this. You could work 12 hours a day and produce a lot of content for your blog, and you don't really know if you're going to get paid. Like you could end up wasting like 2 years of your life writing a blog, and you pick the wrong niche and you're unsuccessful. For those who don't know, a niche is like a topic to write about, as far as I know. And then the other situation is that I'm prone to procrastination. If I don't have, some kind of a pressure on me, I'm not going to produce anything. And that's something you learn, I guess, in college or whatever, where, the closer you get to a deadline, the you're just going to start writing. But if the deadline's really long, you're not going to do anything. Well, that's kind of how I felt that, if I did this blogging thing on my own, I might end up like just, not doing anything except for like watching YouTube videos forever. And so I decided that I would record myself doing this. One, to fight procrastination. I figured if I had even an audience of like 1 or 2 people, I might actually accomplish something. Like if I knew there was like 1 or 2 people watching me write, then maybe I would like be more motivated to, wake up at 6 in the morning and start writing, and write for a good 10 hours a day or something like that, which is actually about my goal. My goal is to do about 10 hours a day. And then the second reason is, while I was writing, or another reason, I guess, while I was reading through ProBlogger.net and watching a bunch of YouTube videos on how to become a blogger, how to become a writer, how to become a freelance writer, they all seem to be trying to sell me some kind of a course, or their videos were, some of them were really good, but some of them were very broad and ambiguous, in that you can't really, in that they're like already successful, and they're like, oh yeah, this is what I did, etc. Or they're not successful, but they're coming off as being successful, which is worse. And even worse than that is that they're not successful at all, but they're selling an online course to teach you how to be successful. And they're only successful because their course was successful. And that, I think that's the worst thing to do, is to try to sell or try to teach somebody, and when your only success was from the teaching process. Like, I would like to see you be successful on your own, in your own blog, and then yeah, sure, start a course, teach somebody, get paid for it, but base that on success independently of your teaching business, right? And so there seemed to be a gap in the market, in that people weren't being as transparent as I would have liked through their YouTube videos. Not everybody. A lot of people did have good content, but most of them kind of felt like they weren't as transparent as I would have liked them to be. In that, like, maybe they didn't tell me how much money they made their first month. Maybe they didn't tell me what it was like building their first website from scratch. And that could be just like they're just trying. I mean, I understand they're just trying to get views on YouTube, and they're trying to find certain topics, and then you have only a limited amount of time a day. So that's all of that was my input, like the why I wanted to be a blogger, what I researched to try to do this, and the limitations I found on the information you can find online. And so I decided, well, I'm going to do this little experiment, and I'm going to live stream for the next, I don't know, few months, the entire process. And that's what this is. I'm going to live stream the entire process of me becoming a professional blogger, or me failing at becoming a professional blogger, which is actually more likely. So the whole process is going to be, look, I'm gonna tell you basically how much knowledge I have right now, and that's going to be my starting point. If you guys want to follow along and do your own blogs, that's fine. Again, I mean, this is my first attempt at really making this kind of YouTube channel. I've actually had like one other YouTube channel in the past that didn't really do anything, but I'll explain that later. So, so you guys can follow along if you want, or I'm probably going to make smaller videos, not just these huge, long live streams, and maybe do Q&As at the end. But I will be live streaming my works day, basically from 6 or 7 a.m. to 5 or 6 p.m. Again, this is my first day, so I don't know how many hours I can actually do this for. As far as like working, I can easily work 12 hours. I can easily research and write for 12 hours. That's not a big deal for me. But doing that and and doing it like on a live, on a live stream, I don't know if I can do it that long. And also, I'm probably going to be taking breaks. Um, maybe lunch, walk my dog, that kind of thing. And also, I'm not going to be live streaming continuously, in that I anticipate, or that there's going to be a few things that I might want to keep secret from you guys. I have a secret project that I'm going to be working on, and I don't want that live streamed. So if I'm not live streaming, I'm probably going to be, if I'm not live streaming, it'll be because I'm working on that project, and so I can't do it. So I can't live stream it. And also, I anticipate that, the whole blogging process is usually like, the way I'm going to do it is, build a blog, and then, try to write for other people as a freelancer. And writing for other people, I don't know if I can write for them on live stream, right? So I might end up having to work off live stream or work on another laptop. So you guys won't see me write that. Also, I might just get embarrassed writing for you guys, and so I might end up going with like a webcam and not live streaming my desktop, so that I can write, and all you guys would see was my face. The point of all of this is just, like I said, it's twofold. One, you'll see the entire process. At the end of the day, I will tell you, okay, here are the articles I wrote for these such and such websites. And here are the amount of money I've made, or the views I got, and everything like that. That you will see completely, and you'll know I'm working because I'll be live streaming. Whether you'll see the entire work process, I can't promise that. Whether you'll see like my entire writing thing, I can't promise that. But you'll see more than I think anybody who's ever tried this has shown anybody. This is going to be my attempt at being as transparent as I possibly can be, and that's something I'm going to try to stick to. That if I can show you, I will show you, and I'll even fight my own embarrassments. You'll see. Hopefully I'll succeed at fighting my own embarrassments, and you'll see me messing up on how badly I write up until I publish. But then again, like I said, customers, if I end up becoming a freelancer and I have clients, I probably won't be able to live stream that because they have their own privacy, and I want to respect that. So I might not even tell you who they are. I probably won't tell you who they are, and I won't be writing live unless they want me to. Okay, so I just realized that I probably should have made an outline so that I could keep more on track on what I'm talking about. But I only created a few little things. Okay, so let me tell you how this is gonna work. Okay, I already said that I'm probably gonna try to do 10 hours a day, but let me tell you what I'm actually gonna be working on. Okay, so I'm gonna be a blogger, I'm gonna be writing, and I'm going to be creating 3 separate websites. Okay, I bought the domain names a week ago, and I've been sitting on them because I've been I wanted to do this actually on August 1st, but I want to do this on August 1st, but there were technical glitches that didn't get me live streaming, and then there was a 24-hour delay that YouTube makes you wait if you want to live stream. Okay, but the point is I'm going to have 3 websites, okay? Website number 1 is this one, watchmeblog.com. I haven't built the website. You're going to see me build it because I don't know how to build a website, and you will learn along with me if you follow along. Or I'll probably make a YouTube video that will teach how to create a website once I've already created mine. So that way you don't have to struggle through with me the entire process. You can just see how it's done. And I'll probably actually, if I'm going to live stream it, I'm probably going to be building the website based off a YouTube video. And also I have I might have a subscription to a website builder because I have attempted to build a website once before, a personal website for myself. But I don't remember whether, because this was a year ago, I don't remember if I still have what the name of the website builder was. It wasn't Wix, and whether I still have open access to it. But that's another point. So the first website is gonna be watchmeblog.com, and that website is gonna be like my home base. You'll see this is where I'm gonna host my live streams that I make on YouTube. And it'll have its corresponding YouTube channel, which is Watch Me Blog on YouTube, and I'll write articles about, basically it's kind of like a diary, on like, okay, this is how my day's been going. This is how day 1 was. This is how day 2 was, or maybe week 1, week 2. This is what I accomplished. This is maybe I'll throw in some tips for people like, oh, this is what I did wrong. Maybe you should do it this way. This is what I learned works really well. That kind of thing. So that's the first website, watchmeblog.com, with its corresponding YouTube channel. The second website I'm going to blog or create is called howtonomad.com. Okay, howtonomad.com. And the reason I wanted that one is because I'm kind of, I want to say, I don't want to say obsessed, but I'm very fascinated with the nomadic movement, with van lifers, tiny houses, traveling across the United States and trying to work digitally. It's one of the reasons I kind of wanted to become a blogger, because it's something that, one, I enjoy writing, and it's something that you can really do from anywhere. And so the nomadic movement is something I'm very interested in, and it's something I know a bit about, because I'm interested in it. I read the Reddit pages and stuff like that. And not just the van lifers, but also the digital nomads that go to, I don't know, a lot of them go to Chiang Mai, Thailand, I think. And then there's people that go to Latin America. I've lived in Latin America for a while, and I would love to see those communities and try to help them out. So that's what I'm going to be blogging about, howtonomad.com. What that site is going to be is basically, I'll probably have like 2 big sections. One dedicated to van lifers, RV people living in RVs, and people that are just trying to travel the United States and live digitally. Basically help them out, where they can go, what they can do, how they can make money, while maintaining their lifestyle of traveling. And then the other section of that website will probably be based more on international travel, where it'll be more about like getting flights, finding workspaces, and that kind of thing. Okay, and that's what that website's going to be about. The next I just realized, if I'm live casting, the only thing you guys have been seeing is this OBS thing. I should have probably given you something more interesting to see. Oh, and my tabs for Bleach episode 188. I wasn't watching that episode, by the way. It was just like I clicked on the test. Not that I don't like Bleach. I've actually seen the entire anime. And that leaves me. That's a perfect transition to my third website. But let me finish about How to Nomad. So, like I said, it's going to be How to Nomad will be about nomadic living and how to do it. Right. Basically, the one thing I kind of learned is that if you're going to create a blog, you want to help people, and that, I love that idea. Basically, you write. You're kind of like the world's personal researcher, and you're trying to help people that want to do something fun. And that's why How to Nomad existed. That's why Watch Me Blog exists. Okay, and the third website is called otaku.org. Otaku.org. Okay, actually, I wish I kind of regret naming it that, but I can always change the name later. It's Otaku is OTAKUU.org. Okay, otaku.org. Now, for those who don't know, otaku is like a Japanese term for someone who's obsessed about something. It used to be basically like someone who's obsessed about anime, but it's also somebody who's obsessed about anything, and they're just really passionate. It's the equivalent of like a geek here in the United States, but a lot of geeks use the term otaku all the time, and that's for people that don't know. I mean, anybody in like gaming community or anime community or even the pop culture community probably has heard the term otaku. So what this website is going to be is it's going to be more of a YouTube kind of thing, and then I'm going to be basically just making videos and articles about things that I think are cool and interesting. So it's not that's going to be kind of like my own little passion project, I guess, in that I'll talk about animes. I'm a big anime geek. Like, I've seen a lot of anime. Also Marvel movies. I love good popcorn movies. I don't know, DC movies, I guess, if they still exist, if they're still going to be making them after like the poor performances I've seen, and anything like TV shows, gaming, I'm a big geek, and so I needed an outlet for my geek brain to go, because I'm always coming up with like ideas like, oh, I wish I could make that video. And so like I think it'll be more of a YouTube channel, but I think I'll also create articles for it and see how that goes. That's why it's the third blogging thing. Okay, so far we've gone over the 3 websites I'm making. Watchmeblog.com, which is going to be all about how to blog and my a bit of a diary on how I'm blogging. Number 2 is How to Nomad, which is going to be about nomadic traveling, culture, van lifing, and international traveling. And otaku.org, otaku.org, which is going to be about, basically where I'm going to throw all my geek into, right? And the third thing I'm going to do is going to be called, for now, it's going to be called Secret Project. Secret Project, I don't want to reveal too much about it, but it's going to be cool. But the basis of Secret Project is that I don't want anybody knowing about it until I've built something for it, because I'm afraid of people, I guess, copying the idea. So that's why it's called Secret Project. And also, the basis of Secret Project reveals a bit more information about myself that I don't want to reveal to you guys just yet if I can avoid it. Again, like I said, I'm going to try to keep some information away from you guys as much as I can, to keep my own privacy. But honestly, the more I work at it, the more I think you guys are going to find out a lot about me, just because I'm going to be live streaming all the time, and making a lot of content, or at least that's the hope. Okay, so that's where we're at. Those are that's the basis. Now let me give you a little rundown on the basis of my knowledge. I have never built a blog before, but I have built a website. I wanted to create my own personal website, just like kind of like a resume kind of thing. I didn't finish it. I only built like a little bit of it, and it's really messy. So there is that. I kind of have a bit of that. I've been reading articles on ProBlogger on how to do this blogging thing for a while, about how to pick a niche. And to be honest, I think I picked pretty bad niches. How to nomad. I mean, traveling isn't really a big niche. I think the big niches are all in like the tech world and the what's it called, business financing kind of thing, or personal investing. But I decided to pick on niches that I knew I would be able to write about, and that I would be passionate enough to keep writing about. And that's why I picked these topics: otaku and How to Nomad, Watch Me Blog, and the Secret Project. Because I can see myself, doing this long-term writing, as long as I'm making a living doing it. So I have that knowledge a little bit, like I read a bunch of articles and read half of the ProBlogger book, and YouTube videos, of course, and so that's kind of like where I'm starting. So if you guys want to start where I'm starting in building a blog, that's all you really need. I would say spend a weekend to catch up to where my information level is. I would say spend a weekend reading as much articles as you can, watching a bunch of YouTube videos on how to build a blog and that kind of thing, what niches are, and how to pick one. And then you'd probably be exactly where I am right now. So let's get started. That's my introduction. This is my, I guess, I don't know how long this live stream's been going on. I wish there was a timer. Oh, there we go. I've been at this for 24 minutes. Seemed like a long time for me. But that's my introduction. Again, my name is Pedro, and that was my introduction for Watch Me Blog and this entire experiment. We're gonna do this for another 10 hours or so, and we're gonna do this, I think, 6 days a week. Yeah, that's my goal. My goal is to work very, very hard for a good 3 to 6 months, and hopefully make about, after the end of that, maybe 1,000, maybe 2,000 a month steady. If I can do that, then I would consider this project a success, and I won't be stopping. But if I make any less than $1,000 after 6 months, then I probably might stop. I don't know, unless I just really love it so much. And because again, I'm in a unique position in that I got a good 4 to 6 months that I don't have to do anything, and then I have to do something. So that's why this is the perfect time for me to try this. Okay, so now that we've done the intro, and I hope I have an audience, and I probably don't. I bet I probably no one's watching this. I really don't have any way to know. Well, there has to be a way to figure this out. Let me just check and see if anybody is watching before I continue. Let's see. As a side note, I have 2 computers on right now. I have the desktop computer that you're seeing right now, and I have my laptop on at the same time. So I think that I'm going to be using the laptop to read emails, personal emails, and things like that. So you guys won't see everything about me. Let's see. And that's how I'm going to see if the live stream has anybody online it, and I don't think anybody's watching. I think I had 2 views. Those 2 views might be me. If anybody's out there, I would love to see a comment or something, just so I can know that somebody is listening. Because it seems like I have 2 views, but I don't think I have 2 live viewers. Oh no, these are the tests. Because I created 2 tests before. Okay, here. Okay, 0 people watching right now. Okay, so no, I have nobody watching. That's fine. I anticipate nobody watching. I have 1 subscriber because I self-subscribe to it so that I can, from another thing I have on my laptop, so that I can actually watch and see if anybody else is watching. But I have 1 person watching, and that is me. So no one's watching. But which is fine. It's totally fine. Again, YouTube is recording this, so maybe later on somebody will get some value out of watching this video. I completely anticipate nobody watching for the next month or so. If I get like 2 people steadily watching, I will be ecstatic for see 2 people, 1 person even. But it's always better, I guess, a group. So I think I would like more 2 than just 1. Okay, so let's get to work. All right, so this is the only prep I've actually done. I wanted to keep myself as pure as possible for you guys. So I don't know anything. That's kind of like where I'm starting. I know enough, like I said, a weekend's worth of reading articles online, and that's all I know. I'm an okay writer in that I won really minor academic awards, so I feel confident enough that I could figure this writing thing out. That's my base knowledge, and it's very easy for you to get. All you got to do is spend a weekend watching YouTube videos and reading articles on how to blog, and be able to write in the English language, maybe, or even in a foreign language if you're going to be a blogger for foreign magazines. All right, so now that we're here, I'm going to actually get to work. The first thing I'm planning on doing is writing down my goals, and an outline on how to achieve them. Once I've done that, then we'll actually write articles and stuff. Okay, so what do we want to do today? Today I want to build my websites. So let me create like an outline kind of thing. Where's the tab? In case you don't know, I'm new to this to what's it called? To Windows 10. Actually, my other laptop, it's what I've been using for years. It's a MacBook Pro, and I just bought this Windows 10 computer about a little while ago, but I don't really use it, especially for Word. As you can tell, look, I still have the Activate Windows thing. I haven't actually activated Windows yet. Okay, so what am I doing? Oh yeah, goals. Today I'm going to, I guess, build websites for blogs. Number 2. Goal number 2. I'd like to write some articles, but it's going to take all day to build these websites, I think. We're going to build the WordPress websites, and I know, like I said, I know at least enough that I'm going to do it through HostGator. That's good enough goal. But let me put in some. I actually want to do some long-term goals. So I'm going to actually, let's call this short-term goals, medium length goals, and long-term goals. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Actually, I think the short-term goals are going to be in a separate document. But for short-term goals, it's build the websites, open the social media accounts. Yeah, because the websites need like Twitters and stuff like that. Open the YouTube channel accounts because they needed their own YouTube channels. I don't think I'm going to be doing too much on YouTube for most of them, but Otaku, you probably will have YouTube videos as like the main focus. As far as medium length goals are, I guess maintain a steady schedule. Get 10,000 subscribers. Overall, I'm gonna get I'm running 3 websites. I think 10,000 subscribers overall is good. Subscribers / viewers. Also want to write a few ebooks for the sites. As far as long-term goals, I guess it would be make 2,000 a month within 6 months, make 100,000 a year within 2 years. That's a pretty big goal, but I'll be very happy with 2,000 a month. But 2,000 a month is a starting point that I'll continue doing this for years. But I hope to get to 100 grand if it's possible within 2 years, maybe 4. But I'm gonna set 2 years. Let's see, anything else? Long-term goals. No, that's about it. Well, I guess help people. Yeah, because I mean, if I'm gonna make any money and make a living out of it, it should be something that's helpful to people. I mean, I could. What if I end up making like, what if this becomes like some kind of a train wreck and people just like watching? That's not really helping anybody. I guess it's entertaining people. Okay, I'll keep that help people thing, but then it's kind of corny. Like if anybody ever saw what's it called? What's that name of that movie? It's not a movie, Silicon Valley, and like everybody just throws in help the world at the end of it. That's kind of how I feel. Okay, I'm surprised how good I am at talking to myself. I have not felt like a crazy person yet, because I kind of have this idea that there's actual people listening to this, so that's why I don't feel crazy just talking to myself. And maybe one day there will be, hopefully. So those are my goals. I read somewhere that it's good to write them down, and so those are my goals. But I don't want to spend too much time writing them down. These things will probably change. Let's save it, and voila, we're done. So the first goal is to build. Short-term goal is to build the website. So let's get started there. All right. Unfortunately, I can't build those websites live on camera for you guys. I would love to do that, but I have to plug in credit card information and that kind of thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep live streaming, but I'm going to be working off of my laptop. The reason I'm going to be working off my laptop is so that you guys can still hear me, but you can't see what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do basically is go to HostGator.com. Like I said, I bought the domain names about a week ago, so I have the domain names, but I haven't set up anything yet. So I'm going to get these websites hosted. And so what I would recommend if you guys are going to be following along is go to, well, step one, buy your domain names. You can buy your domain names, I think, through HostGator. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but usually the way I do it is I go to GoDaddy.com, and that's where I buy my domain names. It's probably the worst way to do it because, you know, like, I think it's a lot easier if you went through HostGator, but when I did it the first time, I actually did it this way, and so it's kind of like I'm familiar with it. And so even if it's harder and even a few dollars more expensive, I at least kind of know how to do it this way, so I don't want it to struggle with like learning how to do it in a different way. And I know this is easy, but it's not for me. I'm not a big tech person. I don't know anything about building websites or anything like that. So for step one, pick a name. I picked howtoblog.com. You could pick, I picked a few names. It could be anything like gamer toolkit. I wonder if anybody, that's actually a pretty cool name. Oh yeah. Oh wow, we actually took it. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you do that, you put it in your cart, you buy and sign in. If you have trouble with this, go to YouTube and follow a tutorial. That's what I did on how to buy a domain name on GoDaddy. And then watch another YouTube video tutorial on how to get hosting off HostGator. The 3 websites I'm going to be building are going to be WordPress sites. And I set up a WordPress site before, like I said, for my personal site, but I didn't finish it, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Okay, I'm thinking about stopping the live stream for a little bit so I can get everything ready on my laptop, or just do the entire thing on my laptop without live streaming it, because it's not very fun. It's going to be a little boring. It's basically just going to be me clicking things and entering info. So like I said, if you guys are following along for some reason, go ahead and go to YouTube and watch videos on how to do this. I'm going to be doing it on my end on my laptop, and when I come back, when I start live streaming again, you guys are going to see my 3 websites up and basically empty. And then I think we can go through the process together of building the actual WordPress sites. Okay, so I guess I'll see you guys in a bit. It shouldn't take me too long to buy the things. So I'll see you guys, I don't know, 30 minutes. Take care.